Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. It's the one and only V Guerrilla, and I'm with my main man, Cowboy, working the airwaves, and we have with us the man of the hour who needs no introduction. Folks, I am talking about the silver-tongued Grecian himself, the most prolific social commentator of our generation, the man who sent woke packing, the man who is the absolute one known as the cusser himself. And I'm talking about Gus Demos, and you can find him over at perpetualassets.com, perpetualassets.com. If you're terrified of your 401k becoming a 101k and you want to somehow do something against the AI takeover and the rise of communism in the country, or you're sick of the meddling of our friends from the Levant, then you need to get a hold of Gus Demos over at perpetualassets.com. Perpetualassets.com. Grab your financial life by the balls. With that being said, Gus, Nick, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you?
And a live person will still answer our phones, not a robot yet.
So what's with the T800 moniker this week,
yeah,
Gus?
Bro, I sent it to you. I texted to you, and I was like, Amazon announces, the 600,000 robots to replace workers, and there were numerous Twitter feeds of the announcement, blah blah blah, and the comments underneath people seeing this news were like 90% like pie in the sky utopia. Like people really have this notion that the AI or robots for the physical side of the house, our overlords, our oligarchs are just going to allow them to paint all day and drink beer and live for free. Or it's going to be incredible, dude. It's going to, as Mark said, it's going to be, your life will be full of leisure. It'll be leisure activity, not leisure, leisure activities, as the Brits would say. So
I think that you worry too much. We come back through time to build a robot army just to move boxes around the warehouse. Don't you know?
Bro, they tried drawing these similarities to farming equipment, or the steam engine, or rail, or electricity, and they're like, oh, look how people lost their jobs with it. I'm like, yeah, but it still comes back to manual labor. There's still things to do. There's still things you need humans for with their bare hands. So if it goes all automated, all robotic, like, what do you think they're going to do with the blue collar jobs? I mean, is the only thing left going to be robot repair? So
that's it.
Yeah. Instead of going to HVAC school to learn how to work on air conditioning and heating and furnaces, you're going to have to learn how to work on robots. So yeah, I mean, the AI thing, I'll tell you, I've referenced the AI thing to just keep my CPA honest or my IT guy honest and shit like that. And they don't want to admit it, but I could already sense some like nervousness amongst white collar people. Like, it's not as easy for them to bullshit you anymore, or they're, like, I had a few questions for accounting questions, and I ran it through AI first, and then there was back and forth dialogue. Dude, AI could scan any fucking legal contracts, tax, whatever you shoot in there. I mean, I sent blood work to it that I had done, and it was in Spanish. I had it done in Argentina, and the AI fucking not only translated, but recommendations, and you could argue with doctors about it. So it's, is it advancing? Are the robots kind of cool? Is the AI cool? I mean, yeah, it's all cool, but like, what happens if 40 million people are suddenly unemployed? That's the real question, and there's no pie in the sky answer. It's like, oh yeah, we'll just redirect them to hanging out all day. Like, really? Aren't a lot of them doing that now already? Like, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys see it differently than I see it. I don't think if you start nuking the last vestiges of the industrial base labor in this country, like, what are these people going to do? I can tell you one thing for sure. One thing is beyond a shadow of a doubt. There's no way the oligarchy lets them live fruitful lives for free. That's not fucking happening. So what ends up happening to them, I don't know. No idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it best, man. They literally think that they're gonna go home, play video games, jerk off to porn, and get universal basic income.
Bro, since we were, all three of us were born, the country has dramatically shifted already to a service economy, right? So it's already, the industrial base is already, gutted for the most part. So everyone's become an Uber driver, a waiter, a bartender, a DoorDash, all this bullshit. You start nuking the service economy with machines too. What's left?
Nothing.
I mean, jerking off all day? Like I don't. And
what's left is I don't know. They're gonna probably cull the population at this point, Gus.
How well? It's, again, you don't have to go. I don't know what they plan on doing with everyone, but I know you're not going to be flying private with Bezos and Zuckerberg. I know that. Like I know they don't plan on letting them in the club. So yes, is the other side of the argument? Yes, everyone could have their own personal robot around the house, like a pet or whatever, or a maid or whatever. It's like, okay, maybe that's an argument, but what are you going to do where does the revenue come from? Where does the electricity come from? Where does your food come from? Like, how are you going to, that's what I'm trying to grasp. Like, how does this play out if everything's robotic in 20 years? I know they're not going to let everyone live on the plantation for free, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you're right. Some people, even people who have no business being optimistic about it, are very optimistic about it. For me, it's more like, oh, fuck, this is escalating rather quickly. For Amazon, just to say, oh, 6, dude, that's over 500,000 fucking people, jobs. Like, that's one company. Scale that to fucking, 1,000 companies, and it's like, holy shit, like it's getting realer faster than I thought.
Yeah, you scale that to a bunch of other companies, things get really real really quick, and we're talking real numbers, man. And
yeah.
It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's almost as if the elites know that there's an economic implosion coming, and they're just preparing to create, I don't know, like, how to function and operate their companies without people. That's what it seems like it's happening.
Bro, listen, people often joke, or give us a hard time for, you're too apocalyptic, you're too prepperish, you're too black-pilled, you're too this, you're too that. Dude, Zuckerberg, Thiel, Ellison, these fucking people have fucking like $50 million, $100 million fucking isolated mansions in fucking like prep locations, like in deserted. Like, I think Thiel went for New Zealand. Zuckerberg and Ellison have like isolated compounds with security systems and self-sustaining in Hawaii or whatever. Like, the most elite, I don't want to say elite, our oligarchs, our overlords, are prepared, or at least hedge the position that this is a possibility. Like, so for anyone to accuse you of, oh, this is all pie in the sky, everything's gonna be fine, you're going back to normal, blah blah blah, I'm like, yeah, but we're, again, you don't have billionaires dropping $50 million to build compounds for no fucking reason. Right. And these are not in the middle of cities. These are in the middle of fucking nowhere, if that makes sense. So, there's a reason for that. There's a reason they have these security forces on payroll. There's a reason for all these things. Is it am I saying it's a certainty? No, but it's a probability. I think about this shit all the time. I don't sit around like obsessing over it, but I was late. I was 5 minutes late hopping on with Nick today because my woman was harassing me. When are we grabbing lunch? And then a FedEx delivery showed up, and it was 10,000 rounds of ammunition. And Well, in my defense, ammo hasn't been cheaper in like 6 or 7 years. So I'm like, you know what? Let me stockpile. She looked at me. She goes, "There's something seriously wrong with you." And I looked at her and I'm like, "Honey, there's a chance we might have to shoot our way to the yacht club one day." Like, it's just like, so it's not that I obsess. First of all, it's cheap and there's no expiration date on it if it's stored properly. Blah blah blah. So just little shit like that. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit overly cautious. But I view it as partially as an invest. Even if nothing happens, I'm going to train. I train every month anyway, so it's good. I'm going to use it. So it's like little shit like that. I don't know, bro. You said it, and I think you're right. Like it's like the elites are getting ready for something, and
they have to be, because my thing is this, bro. Right? If let's just say a bunch of proctologists in your local community were building underground bunkers, right? You'd be like, okay, what the hell do they know that I don't know? If you're talking about people who have access to some of the best information on God's green earth, number one. Number two, have access to actual information from various intelligence agencies, and take that as you will. And they're all doing the same thing. I mean, literally the same thing. What do they know?
Considering where proctologists spend most of their time, I'm curious as to why they would have the best information in the world. I mean, what did you find?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Well, you're not, dude. You're not wrong. It's like there's, you could argue they're like, yeah, of course. What's a big deal from us? It's 50 million or 100 million to build a bunker is no big fucking deal. But it's like,
look at the fraud that goes with it, right? While they're building these bunkers, they're writing fake memos to each other to pump their own stocks 100x. So they're going for broke, man. They're siphoning money out of the system as we speak.
Bro, not to point out the fact that Tel Aviv itself is basically built in tunnels. Like, it's all Tel Aviv is one big tunnel. So they're when the bombs come flying, they immediately run under all the buildings have like bomb shelters and a tunnel network. So again, this is not crazy pie in the sky shit. This is like, if this is worst case game theory out of worst case scenario, people with resources prepare for worst case scenarios. And again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, who knows? Maybe are they thinking, war could escalate? Are they thinking one day the peasants are going to revolt with pitchforks? Are they thinking, who knows? Are they thinking economic? I don't know. I know there's a million different things that are, of danger notated, like the Russia-Ukraine shit, Israel against the world shit, like the dollar, the economy, this, that. There might be a day of reckoning for COVID and the vaccines, the food supply. Like there's a lot of things that could fucking make the population fucking get angry in a hurry. So, I don't know. Well, again, maybe I'm overanalyzing it, or black-pilled myself, but bro, nothing feels right about the last 5 years.
No, everything is too controlled. They created COVID. They transferred $10 trillion worth of wealth from the general population to themselves. Then for the last several years after COVID, they've been pumping the fucking stock market into the largest asset bubble in human history, while they're taking record amounts of profit. Like, what's really going on here, right? What's really going on? It could be a myriad of things. I think it's Occam's razor. I think the most obvious thing is they probably are looking at some sort of a societal collapse where they could be potential targets and blamed for what's coming. That's one aspect of it. And that collapse could be economic in nature, or there's something extraterrestrial. And I'm not talking about space aliens, but I'm talking about maybe something cataclysmic that is heading in our direction that is causing them to make the moves that they're trying to make. That's the other theory that I have in the back of my head, lingering. It's not prominent, but it's back there.
I think it's what you're talking about, more along the lines of population collapse, building the robots. I think we're going to be forced into some form of socialism at some point, because if the robots are doing all the work, I don't know. It's a long rabbit hole to go down. That's for sure.
Well, that's Nick. You kind of like took it up. You game theored it out. Even it's exactly where my brain goes. It's like they really serious about like the universal basic income bullshit on a digital currency, and it's the only thing that makes sense. Like, and that's a best case scenario for them. That's assuming no hyperbole events, black swan events take place. That's just like, we'll replace all these retards with robots and we don't need them anymore. And we'll just give them, everyone just become like a food stamp welfare queen, but it's on your, an app on your phone now. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean, what are humans for at that point? You have to look at it as if you're, running the world. What do you want humans for? And the people who run the world, at least the ones that we seem to hear about, what they like to do with humans isn't exactly noble.
No, dude, at all. If you try to put yourself in the opponent's shoes, in their brain, and they view us all as useless cattle that they molest or extort or whatever, and you play it to game theory it out to fruition, if they don't need us for the labor anymore either, or the tax revenue, then what the fuck are we good for? Like, they're like,
right.
All right, time to exterminate them. Fuck them. Like, you would think, honestly, like, you really want to go down the rabbit hole, you would think it's just easier to poison, the sterilization argument starts to make a lot more sense then. They're like, hey, let's just sterilize it. If they stop breeding, then we're good. Like,
well, the other theory is also, Gus, I mean, one of the things that are being kicked around out there for the longest time is how many people in the next, few years are going to be dropping dead from the side effects from the jab that was initiated in 2021 and 2022,
That's the real revolt. Well, if there ever is one, like,
correct.
Again, and we don't know. I don't know. I've heard a million theories about really what the jab was all about: myocarditis, sterilization, spike protein causes your immune system to fail against. It'll just expedite the speed in which dude, you have all these people getting cancer now in their fucking 20s, 30s. Cancer. Dude, it's cancer on steroids.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's strange.
That's while the proctologists are building their,
hey man, you leave the proctologists alone, brother.
So what's the end game? Again, if they don't need us, is there a better chance they're going to hand out resources for free or get rid of us? I mean, that's the latter sounds more likely. Especially if you put yourself in their shoes. Maybe
vaporize us in a nuclear war.
A nuclear holocaust while they're on an ark in the middle of the Pacific.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, are they going to breed us for their pleasure? I think it really depends on, first of all, are these elites a monolith, or do you have some that want this and some that want that? And then in the meantime, what are they going to do? Do they want to breed us a certain way so that we're compliant? Do they want to make superhumans? Do they have spiritual things they want to do? Like,
that's what Jeffrey Epstein's first boss wrote about in a book. Bill Barr's daddy wrote about it in a book.
This is true.
They're
on a planet molesting kids. Literally, that's what Bill Barr's dad's book was. It's about a planet of superhumans where they molest children. Like,
there's an oligarch ruling class, and they just use the slave class for perversion. They molest them. Like, it basically, he might have typed it from the basements of Tel Aviv. I don't know.
With the stained mattresses like in New York.
Dude. No, I mean, think about it. It's like, oh yeah, we're just going to, we breed sex slaves. Like, who? I don't know. It's all, no, I don't think anyone really wants to go to the depths. There's a million directions and a million rabbit holes to go down. I think that's why people, the hardcore conspiracy guys lose their mind. I mean, that's Alex Jones just kind of falls to that crutch. Like, they basically driven me crazy with all their different conspiracies. And you don't know what's a psyop, you don't know what's a government setup, you don't know what's legit. But what you can say with certainty is like these are pathological, lying, deceiving, evil people, like 100%. I mean, that's without question. The depths in which they'll go, I don't know. I know they'll knock down buildings in our cities with people in them. I know they'll do that. So I know they'll kill presidents. I know they'll shoot people in broad daylight. I know they do that kind of shit. In regard, could the average, if you set the average normie down, some of which were friends and family of ours, and you set them down and you're like, listen, what if I told you the vaccine actually does this, this, and this? Would their head explode? Or would they say, oh, that's great, but there's an NFL game starting in 5 minutes? Like, does the average person want to be told those things, or will they even accept that reality that their institutions are actually trying to kill them or sterilize them or whatever? No, I don't think that. Dude, that meme is very telling. It's like, hey, did you hear about? And he goes, that's great. Did you see the game last night?
No,
like,
exactly.
At the barbecue, that is the most telling. Dude, how long have the people been saying fluoride in the water is bad? Since I first got red pilled, you've been hearing fluoride in the water bad, or they're poisoning our water. They're poisoning our water. They're poisoning our water. Oh, you're crazy. It's good for your teeth. You're crazy. It's good for your teeth. Now they're finally admitting, oh yeah, it makes you docile and retarded. Like, so it actually makes you a pussy and an idiot. Like,
what's so nefarious is that they would sell fluoridated water by the gallons to children. It's ridiculous.
When you look at I told you guys the story a couple months ago about my daughter in the emergency room. If you look at the vaccine schedule of a kid, it's fucking crazy.
Like 73 vaccines, bro. It's like, it's nuts.
Not for my kids.
Bro, even my woman, finally, it's like she won't believe anything I tell her unless she sees an article about it in Spanish. Like, the day our daughter was born, I was sleeping, so me and her were going back and forth, just trying to be awake with the baby, but you're fucking exhausted. So maybe that was the day after my daughter was born, or the morning she was born. I wake up and my girl's like, I'm like, all right, you were awake, you didn't give her anything? She's like, no, they just came in and took a sample of blood. I'm like, what now? And I go, wait, what? I'm like, what'd you say? Sample of blood for what? Does she have AIDS? Like, what the fuck? Like, sample. So then the nurse comes in and I start fucking heckling the nurse. I'm like, why the fuck did you draw my daughter's blood? She goes, oh, it's a special test. We send it to the capital of the state in Tallahassee.
So Fauci could make a vaccine.
I'm like, what now? I'm like, let me get this straight. You guys charge us $500 for an aspirin. You charge ridiculous amounts for every single test conducted in this hospital or every private facility, but you're trying to tell me you need a sample of every baby's blood the day we're born, the day the baby's born, and only the government could test that blood. Am I hearing you right? And she goes, oh, yeah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, you're full. I'm like, you guys are keeping a fucking database. Like, every baby that's born, they take a blood sample and they stick it in a database. Like, it's not the hospital, it's the fucking state. That shit was shipped to Tallahassee. So think about, again, and she was like, oh, it's no big deal. My woman, she's like, it's no big deal. I'm like, it is a big fucking deal. Like, they're collecting DNA on newborns without consent is a fucking big deal.
Did they do a heel poke, or did they actually?
That's exactly what it is. It's a
heel poke, what, yes. I mean, they'll tell you it's for genetic testing, and that's why we allowed it, because my kids don't have any jabs, and they don't even have social security numbers. Like, we're that far off, but we did allow them to do the heel poke because they test for genetic disorders and stuff, supposedly.
The heel poke is what occurred. The red flag for me was that the hospital wasn't the one testing it. They were sending it off to the state.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute, you guys you're this giant multi-million-dollar hospital. You could test for everything. You're telling me you outsource it to the government and you don't want to bill it yourself? That should be your first red flag. if the hospital doesn't want to bill you, or the insurance company, it's like hospitals want to bill you for everything. They want to bill me for taking a piss, like, so, but they don't want to bill for this one test. It's got to go to the government's. No, dude, the government's keeping a fucking database, 100%. It's without. I know it like I know my face. It's without fucking question.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's just like enough. Add it to the list of shit they lie to us about, or
look at the Hep B.
about.
They want to inject every child that's born, every newborn, with the hepatitis B vaccine, which is stupid. They try to do that with my kid. I'm like, no, you're not going to do that, because number one, she's not a homosexual male who's sharing needles.
Right.
That's what the Hep B is for.
Our 2-hour-old hasn't been having sex or doing drugs. So
right.
Yeah.
Bro, that's only the first Hep B shot. So by the time my daughter, her first birthday is in a couple of weeks, and every time I go to the pediatrician, who also is an asshole and a scam, but anytime I go to the pediatrician, he makes me initial the list of all the things I'm declining, and it's like, fuck. First of all, go fuck yourself. Like, I should pull my kid out of here. But number two is, she's supposed to be on her third Hep B shot or something by now.
Yeah.
Like, they just want to keep pumping,
jabbing and
pumping them. And
dude, if they can give your child 73 shots in one day, they would. These people are sick.
Dude,
Well,
it's insane.
If it's safe and effective, then the pharma companies should take all of those shots all at the same time.
I want Bill Gates to take all the shots at one time.
I think we should make that happen. And I say make that happen in a way that's
I have fantasies. I'll admit, I have fantasies of kidnapping Bill Gates, having him locked in a room, and putting it on pay-per-view of me injecting him with every vaccine known to mankind, and recording live what the side effects and reactions his body gets.
There's no side effects. It's going to make him really healthy, V. What are you talking about?
Right.
Bro, I think I've had 2 in my life, and I haven't had one since I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
I think when we were growing up, my mom told me that, I don't know. She's like, no, you've only had like the measles and something else, like whatever the fuck. And maybe the polio vaccine, and I don't know. It was only like 2 or 3 vaccines I've had my entire life, and I haven't had one since I was 3 years old. And I just think about that all the time. The fact I never get fucking sick unless I break something or cuts. Like, I don't get sniffles. I don't get, I'm never sick unless I'm hungover and I have fucking like burrito diarrhea or something. Like, so no, but I mean, I'm just showing an example. Like, dude, I drink alcohol. I drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes, and I exercise and I eat pretty good, but I never get sick. So I always, even the pediatrician, when I argue with them, it's like, oh, you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm like, I have had like 2 or 3 vaccines in my life when I was a fucking toddler, and I couldn't tell you to go fuck yourself then. But I'm like, he's like, well, this one might be good for your daughter. I'm like, what's the worst case scenario? She's going to be an 8-foot tall Greek that never goes bald. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, if you don't give her the vaccines, Gus, she won't grow up to become a gay communist, bro.
Yeah, well, it's almost like, so I have this midget, like pussy, frail doctor in front of me telling me what's healthy for me, while I should grow up my fucking hair like Alexander the Great and just start fucking like screaming at these people, like, shut the fuck up, you're like a little frail feminine hobbit telling me about what's best for my daughter. Like, shut the fuck up. No, dude, it's true. Like, it's like being lectured from a guy who's in like terrible shape. Like they look like they're ready to kill, or the fat nurse in the ER, and you're like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck do you know about anything?
Fat overweight doctor telling you about heart disease.
Yeah, telling me my daughter's gonna be sick. I'm like, what the fuck are you people talking about?
John Candy walks up to you in the gym and tells you how to lift.
Dude, and part of that is my frustration.
Sorry, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead. That's wrong.
No, John Candy was fucking great, but he also wasn't a lecturing prick, nurse or doctor either. No, it's like I said, you guys will understand this when someone is clearly not good at, it's like a homeless person giving you financial advice. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. So yeah, I don't think I'm overly paranoid when I say, and if it were up to me, you guys both have kids. It's for me, and in my situation, it's mom that pushes for the ER or the pediatrician appointments and all that shit. I'm like, my daughter's running around like trying to stab me with a fork. Like, I know she's healthy. Like, she's not. No, but like the moms think like, oh, we got the doctor's got to see her every month. Like, really? For what? Like, so I can argue with this fucking cocksucker? So even I didn't want to go to the ER. Her fever was like 101. I'm like, I'm like 103.
Give her a bath.
104, yeah.
Give her a nice cool bath. It'll come right down. Little ice pack in the back of her neck. Come right down.
Dude, we all want to protect our kids more than anything.
Yeah.
But this is what happened with COVID. You had a bunch of hysterical fucking parents that, they either thought they were killing grandma. They thought they were killing grandma, or they thought their 5-year-old was going to keel over and fucking die over this shit. And
luckily, we have the dancing nurses on TikTok to help us through that time.
Bro, can you believe it? Like, it's
the
like
dancing doctors.
Oh,
yeah. I got a little bit of a theory on that too. Like, I think there are a lot of people who, leftists, whatever, they knew it was bullshit, but they also knew that if they, flew the flag of the bullshit, it would force their agenda through. So I think even the people who didn't believe it acted like they did.
Yeah.
The fear definitely works on women more than men.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll give you an example. So, and we're the same. We're all very protective. Yeah, I'm incredible. This is actually even the pets are a better example. There is no one more manipulative than a fucking veterinarian. So my first 2 dogs, the first time I had dogs, I got them at 6 weeks. They died, brother, sister. They died 3 months apart.
Wow.
But they were Rhodesian Ridgebacks monsters.
Oh, Ridgebacks,
love those dogs.
Beautiful, dude. I got them as puppies. They growled when people came anywhere. Like, the couch was theirs. I would kick my brother and mom off the couch, like let Lexi get her seat back. Like, so I treated these. They were like the fucking prince and princess of the house.
Yeah.
But I went in there. The girl went first. The sister, 13 years old, dude. 13 years old. A dog over 100 pounds.
Oh my God!
Not to be a dick. No, you're on borrowed time at that point.
Yeah.
Like, so when a large dog crosses 10 or 11 years old, you're playing with house money at that point. And I love these dogs like my kids, but they were both geriatric. They were both like finished, could, barely walk, blah blah blah. But I took her in on an emergency, and the vet was like, "Oh yeah, she's 13. She's 110 pounds." She's like, but we could fly her on a helicopter to Dallas and this. I'm like, are you stoned? Like, I'm like,
fly her in a helicopter to Dallas.
I'm like, no, dude. These fucking people.
They're playing your heartstrings.
Bro, I'm crying. Like, I know I have to. I'm there to basically put this dog down. She's shitting blood. I know her stomach exploded. She could barely walk. Like, her a few teeth are missing. Like, she's gone. She's a 13-year-old $110 dog. But I'm bawling. Like, I'm like, this is the day I'm gonna have to put Lexi down.
Yeah.
And they start asking if you want to conduct these fucking miracle procedures. That's like conducting a $1 million medical procedure, a transplant on a 95-year-old man. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's over. Like, yeah. So, but they know we're vested. They know we're emotional. They know it, because in our minds we're like, oh, no price is too great for the love we feel for this animal or whatever. And so, but they use that to manipulate us, of course, and it's even more so with children, obviously. And I think where a lot of us have learned our lesson is the last 5 years, where it's like you're playing to our fear. You want us to, dude. My buddy's wife, who's also red pill, she's in Naples. They're like, the Karen nurses would say, you have to get the kids back. There's no obligation for masks or any of that in Florida, right? So, but these fucking bitch neighbors of hers, these Karens, were like, you got to get those kids vaccinated. You got to get, and she almost fell for it. Like, she's like, they just kept telling me, like, oh, these kids are getting seriously sick from this COVID thing. It's like, they play to the fear, play to the fear, play to the fear. You're a bad parent. What if something happens to your daughter? You're going to be responsible. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's manipulation, dude. It's 100% manipulation. So
100%, bro.
100%.
I put a Ridgeback up in the some Ridgeback photos.
Yeah, dude, my They're fucking beautiful. They're African hunting dogs.
Yeah.
Don't they hunt lions? Like they'll take
That's
down
exactly
lions as a
that was
pack,
it.
right?
They're also scout, so they're just great for hunting. That's their purpose, I think, that they were used for in South Africa. They would send out the people who were hunting parties for lions. I don't know if they're like hyena or wolf, where they'll attack a lion 6-on-1 or 10-on-1. That part I don't know. But they're amazing fucking dogs. Beautiful.
They're like kind of like coonhounds when they send them out to hunting mountain lions. They ring out. They sound out for they kind of like flush the cat out and kind of isolate, especially leopards and whatnot. And they alert the hunters, and then the hunters come out and shoot them. I think the only dog I know of in South Africa that would confront the lion, especially in a pack, would be the Boorbell. The Boorbell would do it.
Gotcha.
I got a picture of them hanging over my pool table, and my daughter greets them every morning. So when I'm getting my coffee, I'll grab her. We'll go get her milk and my coffee, and she always starts saying woof woof when she passes the picture. Dude,
they're the best, man.
Oh, bro, they're fucking family, dude. The loyalty.
There's my boy right there.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
That's fucking handsome.
That's Maximus. That's
a great name. Great name. Yeah. Great name. They're very handsome. No, dude, I love animals. They're a lot of fuck. Maybe I think kind of like humans. The first year and the last year are a real motherfucker.
It is.
So when you're trying to train them, that's a bitch the first year for sure. And then when they start slipping and they're going, like that's a we just put my girl's dog down like 3 months ago. She had him for 15 years, and she couldn't let him go. Like he was hard, fucking man. Dude, 90% blind, 90% blind, like 3 teeth left, would barely eat, like couldn't find the water bowl. Dude, but we became like we had a newborn at home, and we're taking care of the dog. You become like a caretaker to the dog, and it's really fucking hard. But again, the vet, you bring the dog into the vet, and they're like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" I'm like, "Dude, he's fucking 15. Like, enough. Like, he can't see, he can't hear you, he doesn't even know where the fuck he is. Like, no." Once you, a lot of times we don't want to let go, like, but is the dog really enjoying itself? Like,
no, the quality of life is gone, dude. It's a hard thing. They're amazing animals, man. I have 3 of them, and they're just like amazing. Just
dude, the loyalty, the loyalty, the love, yeah. They're the only one. They're the only thing you'll ever have in your life that only really wants food and water from you. Everything else, they don't give a fuck. Like,
they live in the moment, bro. That's the most amazing thing. They live in the moment.
The real fucking love. And it's not often I'll watch a movie and break down, but fucking, dude, this fucking girl I was dating, like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something, she sat me down, and we had only been dating like a month. And she's like, "You got to watch this movie. You got to watch this movie." I'm like, no, fuck, I don't, whatever. And I'm like, I'm not in a, sensitive movie. She's like, "No, you're going to love it." And dude, and I watched Marley and Me.
Oh God! Dude, don't ever watch that or A Dog's Life. Holy shit! Holy shit! I don't think falling, bro.
Bro, I don't think she'd fuck me after that. Like, so I couldn't, bro. I couldn't even fucking play it hard. I was like, Niagara Falls, like Niagara fucking Falls. Like, that movie is fucking. You can't watch it. It's fucking impossible to watch.
They say if you go broke, your wife will leave you, but your dog won't.
No, dude. No, the loyalty. It's you'll never experience anything like that again.
They're special animals, man. They dream. They have emotions. They fear. It's like science is starting to just scratch the surface of these animals, and they're something special. They really are.
Dude, they could sense fucking heart attacks and strokes early. They're fucking incredible. They're incredible.
The earthquakes.
The earthquakes too. I didn't know that.
I think so. It might just be that they can hear them better than we can. Yeah. Who knows what it is?
Yeah, I forgot the exact. They don't know, it's speculation, but the sense of smell and hearing is so off the fucking charts that it's unbelievable. Good stuff. Good stuff.
But the robots are coming to replace us all, Gus.
Yeah. Well,
And we will live in utopia.
That's
in
why
Elysium.
That's why I sent
universal basic income.
Dude, that's why I sent you the Reese T800 Reese, dude, or Mad Max, however you want to play it. No, but there's no, bro. I don't know if everyone goes down the same path, but of all the paths we look around, yeah, the West is definitely it's definitely a lot different than I don't know how it plays out. I really don't. It's fascinating, and I don't. It's not gonna. We're not dealing. Our overlords aren't good people, so I don't. Yeah, I don't think they allow bottom feeders just to fucking hang out and do nothing.
Don't worry, Gus. I'm working on an amazing deal that's gonna make the country great again.
It's fucking cocksuckers, boys. Pleasure as always. I have to take the girls out to lunch.
Hey, have fun, man. Eat well.
I will. And until next week, I look forward to it.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening in. It is Gus Demos, perpetualassets.com. Don't let your 401k become a 101k. Stop the AI takeover of your finances. Run it yourself. Be brave, be bold, and be prepared. Perpetualassets.com. Take it away, Cowboy.